Welcome to a match of Starcraft 2, played by people that are way better than me. The map is Aqueducts, spawning in the upper right. The Zerg in red, it is Rogue. And the opponent landing in the bottom left, wielding Terran SCVs, it is INnoVation. You heard me right. The map is Aqueducts. What? What is this mysterious map, you ask? Great question. It is one of the new maps that was presented for the Team Liquid map contest number 15 recently, and it did make it out in the top 5. I believe Aqueducts was number 2. Behind Oblivion. I believe Oblivion was number 1. Aptly named. Very cool map, of course. If you've seen the GSL, you've seen that one. But I have not gotten to take much of a look at this. And I think I've already figured out why it's called Aqueducts. Because there's water running. There's actually grates in here too. It looks like you can see the water. That's rad. Very cool. Oh my goodness, quit talking about the map, Indigos. Talk about the game, the players, the introductions are not really needed for either of these players. Both big names, monsters of macro mechanics. Neither one of them is at all afraid of going into the mid, the late, or the super late game. I have no idea if we will get into any kind of major late game in this match, of course, but just starting out, things are looking normal. INnoVation did send that SCV across just to see the hatch timing. You can tell based on how much health that hatchery has when you get there. Was it hatch first? Was it pool first? INnoVation likely able to identify hatch first. Reaper coming in now for the Terran versus Zerg dance that we all know and love here. Why should I talk? Just let the Reaper do the talking here. Oh yeah. Uh-oh, Queen's out now. Time to go home. Completely standard business. Creek Tumor is laid down. Looks like it is going to be safe. INnoVation not even going to attempt to get it. Instead, nope, we're not going to the main. Okay. INnoVation's doing what INnoVation's doing, and that's fine. Behind this, reactored Hellions, Starport, I would suspect a third CC to come up quickly here, but there are still variations in the build. Wait a second here. Well, what? Watch the Reaper get out. Hooray, the Reaper's safe. Okay. That's a tech lab, ladies and gents. Tech lab? If that barracks moves, it's either Banshees or battlecruisers. Fusion core. It is going to be for battlecruisers. So, INnoVation not opening this up with just a standard reactor Hellion 3 CCs build. Instead, going for battlecruisers. Will it be a transition into mech or bio past that though? That is the big question. Rogue already going for OV speed? Look at that OV go. Oh man, he is booking it. Gonna need to slow down, get a speeding ticket there. OV is going to get in and see everything. Fusion core sees the fusion core. Fusion core is building, but Rogue is going to spot it. Hellions try to come around. They get 3 drones for their trouble, but do they lose their lives? The chase. Oh, he gets it. Alright. So, 2 Hellions for 3 drones. Not ideal, definitely, but I don't think INnoVation was really hoping for a lot with just 2 Hellions. The real damage, the big play coming, is going to be the battlecruisers here. Not researching Yamato just yet, so potentially be going for more than one battlecruiser. Still don't know whether it's going to be a bio or a mech follow-up. Rogue, you already saw what's coming. Why not? Never turn down valuable intelligence. Queens are being made for Rogue, who does know the BC is coming. Are there spores? There are no spores just yet. Rogue confident with the amount of queens he has. Total queen count is at 6, about to be 7. More than sufficient to handle one BC, which is out now. There it is. BC warping across the battlefield. Hellions occupying some roaches on one side. Meanwhile, the battlecruiser chasing down a single roach. Possibly not the most efficient use of the battlecruiser's time. You think about how many people are in a crew of a battlecruiser. Is that really a worthwhile expenditure to hunt down a single roach? I mean, potentially you've got 50, maybe even 100 people manning this cruiser. Overseer is going to morph and take off. Really, Rogue? Really? Creep spread on the Terran's 4th position. That's just rude. So, battlecruiser opening not as critical and game-ending as it perhaps could have been. There are a lot of queens. Perhaps INnoVation didn't want to risk losing the cruiser. That's one of the problems when you decide to warp across the battlefield, is then you lose some of your escape potential. You get what I'm saying. You warp across the map, you can't easily get out. Just like this Reaper, who cannot easily get out. I was mentioning earlier, didn't know if it was a bio or a mech transition. It is definitely mech. 3 factories, siege tanks, and vehicle upgrades in production. Mech game. Absolutely. Hellion's going to be shut down by a few roaches there. 2 battlecruisers versus 7 queens. My money's on the knitting crew. 100%. Even Spore Crawler coming to pitch in. Yamato in 2 seconds. Zergling run by getting damaged done over here. Any SCV kills? Some. Not too many though. Corruptors are out now. Yamato blasting away. Warping back home. Where'd they go? Oh yeah. That's the shot you were looking for. Corruptor Roach is now out in play. Composition of choice for Rogue. I'm a fan. Going up against mech, it is very hard. Changeling. The Changeling. Stopping the siege tanks from getting out of the base. But INnoVation does find out. Kills it off. Now it looks like we're taking our macro turn. Tense moment. Ooh. Oh, does INnoVation know? He sees the creep. Okay. Battlecruiser gonna clear that. Overlord, get rid of the pesky creep, and the 4th base is going to be secured for the Terran. On the other side of the map, though, Rogue looks to be just building up his forces. He's adding on a few more drones. Go over to a nice, crisp 83 drones. Meanwhile, Corruptor Roach is the composition. As I was saying, I do like it. It's not clean, not very efficient, but it doesn't have to be. Up against mech, it's very hard to play efficiently, to play cost effectively. You're better off to just go up to 90, even 100 drones, and just try and bludgeon your way through the game. Just give it all you got. Even just sit in the sensor tower range so that INnoVation knows you're coming, get his tanks in position. Ooh, big battle coming up here. I'm going to zoom out preemptively. Roach, Ravager, Corruptor. Siege tanks were already set up here, and Hellbat's forming a beautiful wall at the front. So I'm not sure how successful Rogue is going to be with this push. Zerglings try and get a wrap around BCs, and Cyclone's going to put that to a stop. Siege tanks are picked off, still a couple in hand though. Battlecruisers gonna shut that down. Corruptors didn't actually pitch in much there. The BC's never really left home, though. And there's still a lot of turrets in play here. So what's the play for Rogue? Do you take another base? Looks like he is trying to take another base up there. Spread the creep. Ready another wave. Treat it like a bit of a campaign mission, I suppose. You just ready wave after wave of Roach, Ravager, Corruptor. Oh, this is not a good fight, Rogue. Siege tanks spread nicely, already set up. Not going to be able to get much done there. Gonna try anyways, though. Alright. Rogue pushing forward. Corrosive Biles land on a few tanks. Only kills one, though. Corruptors do get a Battlecruiser Ravager. Continuing. Landing the Biles. 2 more tanks go down. BC number 2 gets away. Oh my gosh, he got away with 28 health. Rogue didn't quite know where they warped away, though. I don't blame him for trying. That BC was very low. Going to be repaired now, though. And here comes the next wave. That's what I was saying. Rogue up to 84, going up to 86. Drones. I think you just start taking bases. You get your map control. Spread your creep a little bit. And just ready another wave here. Yeah. Okay. On INnoVation's side, though, you're trying to get your maxed out army. INnoVation's still not maxed, and that's an important key to note here. You're playing the defensive game. You're playing the long game here. Rogue swinging in with another hammer here. Roach Ravager trying to get stuff done. 15 SCVs did go down. Oh, that's pretty big. 16 SCVs went down. Looks like maybe they were trying to repair something at the front. BCs should be able to clean this up. It's just a couple Ravagers. Oh, they get some more SCVs though. 22, 23 SCVs killed off when the dust settles. That's big. Wait. It says Rogues killed 21, but the death counter on the left says 23. My guess is siege tank friendly fire. That's my hunch. That's my guess. That's really kind of funny to see though. 21 were killed off, but 23 died. It's important to get those awesome camera shots, I know. Professional observing skills. Another Overlord with the creep, I like it. Just a little bit of time denying the bases of INnoVation. It also lets the Zerg know exactly when INnoVation wants to take a base. Hellion's going to be cleaned up before they can fulfill their life purpose of drone barbecue. Neat wall, still some gaps left in it, but definitely able to stop most of the Zerg army. Rogue adding on a Bane Nest, +3 flyer attack. Hellion's going to be caught out on the map again. INnoVation's just trying to claw his way back into the game. He's got a healthy count of Cyclones, siege tanks up to 7, but the SCV losses really set him back. Eventually making his way back up to 77, almost 80 SCVs, but is Rogue going to let him keep it? That's a lot of Roach Ravager. Oh, there's more siege tanks though. So, yeah. The Cyclones and the siege tanks able to defend wholeheartedly, but the SCVs were killed off. 7 more SCVs go down. You keep the base. And is that what really matters? At this stage, maybe both players looking a bit low on money, but they're producing their hearts out. Oh, Cyclones. Oh, they can get that. Right? Do they get it? Yeah, they get it. Okay. Nice little plays by INnoVation. Just get some damage done wherever you possibly can. Able to help claw your way back into a nice position. 81 SCVs, that's a good healthy count. Now you just have to round it out with army units. Siege tanks in position, Cyclones able to roam the map, but Rogue keeping these groups of Roach, Ravager, Corruptor standing by. Also, with the Bane Nest being added, Bane Speed being researched, What's that for? Potentially planetary busters. Banelings, of course, do an immense amount of damage to structures with their attack, so I suspect Rogue is going to want to try and clear the planetary. Bane speed is not ready yet, though, and slow Banes versus siege tanks is not a pretty fight for the Zerg. Bane speed does finish. Cyclone's backing up now to the protection of the siege tanks. Hellions joining the fray. BC's warping away. They got some stuff done. Looks like they damaged the hatchery a little bit. Hellion Cyclone keeping the Ravager Bane army at bay here. Pushing forward. Rogue does get a siege tank. Little victories wherever you can take them in these long games. That's what matters. Get rid of a couple siege tanks, get rid of some SCVs, or likewise some drones, and you're looking to be in a better spot. More command centers being added on for INnoVation, who's also adding to the battlecruiser count. A good choice. Meanwhile, Rogue just working on his upgrades, readying another wave. 92 drones. That's a good drone count. You've got to be feeling good with your economy if you're set up on 92 drones and spending your money like crazy. Cyclones, Hellbats, siege tanks moving forward. That's a lot of Banes. BC warping into hell. Oh, the Banes finish. Roll forward. Tearing through the Cyclones line. Corruptor Ravager on this side now. Chaos erupts. Battlecruiser Cyclone gonna take out that hatchery. Ravagers get 2 tanks for the price of 1. Maybe. Don't crunch the numbers on that one, because the Ravagers died. They did get rid of the siege tanks though. A few SCVs were killed off, 4 in the recent minutes it looks like. Who's really ahead after the damage? Let's see, income is in Rogue's favor, so he does have that going for him. He does also just have more workers. It's important to try to not lose the outlying hatcheries, because the main looking to be mined out, the natural looking to be mined out, you're going to have to start transferring the drones to those outer bases, and you have to be able to defend them. Mech is not very quick, though, and the creep spread is just out of control. Quick scan, right here, INnoVation. Oh, fight going on over here. Bane's rolling into the planetary. Ravager's gonna clean that up. Battlecruisers should be able to dominate the fight, but Rogue just doesn't care. Banelings pushing forward again. Hellbats and Cyclones gonna be met by the acid. BC's warping away. Cyclones are gonna force the rest of the Zerg back. Oh, the BC's warped over here. Getting damage done. They should be able to get this hatchery. Oh, drones. Avert your eyes, Zerg players. The drones are killed off. A queen also likely to die from this battle. Yamato the hatchery, they get it. There's no warp away. He warped over here. Oh, the BC is lost. Meanwhile, Rogue pushing forward, testing that front wall. Hellion Cyclone going to keep that at bay. Meanwhile, the second battlecruiser is going to fall. Very quickly, actually. That exploded. I'm surprised. 12 more roaches in production for Rogue. He knows what he wants. Roach Corruptor the whole game. Is it working? It's very debatable. Both players have taken some nasty bites out of the other. Another planetary being set up at the front here. INnoVation transferring his workers. He's on 3-ish mining bases. Rogue. 1, 2, 3-ish. 3-ish. They're both on 3-ish. We'll go with that. The clear professional imperial mathematic term there. 3-ish. Who's maxed out? INnoVation is closer to 200 than Rogue, but Rogue's just now finishing some roaches to be able to clean that up. Cyclone, Hellion, moving around the map. Can they get anything done though? They can pick off the drones here. Oh, that's actually pretty big. You could set up siege tanks below that line too. Hellions, offering some emotional damage to the hatchery before switching to the drones. 13 drones do get killed off there. Meanwhile, just some transitions over here. Both players, they're posturing, seeing what they can get done. Lot of biles. Oh, the cyclones. Lock-ons abound, it looks like. Terran wins. Oh, not this fight though. Siege tanks were caught unsieged. Ravagers moving in. The Corruptors are here as well, but... oh, there's the BCs. I didn't see the BCs at first. Ravagers chasing Cyclones on creep, which is an impressive feat given we're right next to the Terran base. As I said, the creep spread. That's out of control. That base still mining, still safe. Some damage done to the drone line on this side, but I think Rogue came out of that battle ahead. What a game though, 21 minutes. BCs killing off some more of the drones. That is not enough Corruptors. Oh, the Biles. INnoVation does take a hit from the Biles. Roach, Ravager pushing forward. Corruptors going to die off to the battlecruiser. Oh, more siege tanks being killed off. 2 drones fell. Not sure where the drones fell. The battle is going on here. Battlecruisers very low. They're both red. 30 health. And now being repaired. Okay. INnoVation. This is a tough spot, really, for both players. Rogue is so low on gas. The gas exchange has flipped to INnoVation's favor, so does Rogue have enough money to be able to keep producing this army? As I was saying, against mech, you don't have to be very efficient if you go with this bludgeon strategy, but you do have to keep money in the bank, because you have to remax your army 10, 12 times to break the Terran. BC is just uncontested here. There's 4 queens. Transfuses going out though. Meanwhile, Rogue just gonna push forward, going for the battle. What's up here? Hellions. They got the full base. The drones are killed off. Roach Ravager losing the main battle. INnoVation actually is the one to take the game, holding on for 22.5 minutes, the long game. What a battle. Eventually showing that it's not just about winning the main army battle if you can get damage done somewhere else. Those Hellions cleared 16 drones at a time that Rogue was already low on money. There was no more replacing the Zerg army. A well-earned GG to INnoVation. If you enjoyed the game, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I hope that you have a great day.